Hey there, Aries, and welcome to your Read with me, Melissa Joy, here at my channel, Joy to the World. In the pre-shuffle, it was kind of showing me that there was a bit of old subservience that needs to get on out, and that could be to any source. If you're a Chiron wound in Aries, which is, I think, from 1968 to 77, the year that Chiron was named and officially recognized. It had been noticed beforehand, but that's when it became official. So it's kind of the big wake up of the world, and we're in the middle of that transit through Aries right now. So it might have been that subservience, like a bit of karmic slavery that has been going on, trying to set your family free, your family bloodline. You might be like, no, I just want to set myself free. And you're like, I want the power to live my own life, to see what I say and have it be all these amazing, magnificent, fun experiences that I've desired in my own life. Some of you may be Aries sun. It doesn't matter. We're the whole zodiac here, right, friends? We are all Aries. We all have that initiation, that wake up moment, that aha, that leadership, that guidance, that spontaneity. Well, you may have been subservient to like some impulses, and you're like, ooh, I feel it coming. I really didn't mean to do that because that's not the outcome I wanted. Because sometimes, not always, that's a great thing. It cuts the car. But sometimes it's a thing that veers you off course right when the goodie was right in front of you. You're like, whoop, squirrel, whoop, let me go off on this. And it's not just for a moment. It's like for a little micro journey. And you can miss these snippets and pieces and trying to put it together, like not showing up for class and then trying to copy somebody else's notes. Yeah, you get the information that they found pertinent and relevant, but it can feel awkward or strange to you and wondering, okay, was this all? Did they really take the notes? How am I going to do on the test? Because maybe you went off on some foray or adventure. Now, there's nothing wrong with that, but they're talking about a little bit more cohesion now, bringing it together, that it doesn't have to be a this or that. That pardon me if y'all see me buzzing around. Ants, man, and they're not biting me, but it's like all tickly, and it gets me a little stirred up. All right, so maybe you're a little stirred up, but they're bringing it together. It's the merging, and it's not blending like each thing loses its authenticity. It's literally changing the scope and the framework with which you see, with which you view your own life, inward and in reflection, okay? So let's get in here and see what we got going on. Oh, there it is at the bottom again. Oh, that was what was showing up in the middle of life. I want to see my power over my own life. I am ready to behold what I have been holding inside of me for so long. So maybe there are those of you, if it is again the Chiron wound, wanting to have that safety and security, wanting to have that authority or that autonomy, the power to be yourself. So because with it moving through Aries right now, that is what Chiron is waking up. It's like the idea of self, of who you are. Maybe getting the pruning shears after your soul and being like, that's not me, that's not me, that's not me. That's me. That's not me. That's not me. That's not me. That's old. That's stale. That's done with. It's not like you're having to cut down the whole tree. And what's wild is when you cut off those things that maybe were broken or dead ending. And we're talking about this, like pruning your heart, because the heart is the garden. It is the garden of life. So it's very important to tend to the garden of your heart, but to do it in honesty and compassion. To do it with gentle ease was the word of the morning. Not like dis-ease, but gentle ease. It means just going about with that curiosity that you have, that natural spark that you have that's like, okay, what you saying to me? Does anybody need some help out here today? Who needs some loving, some zhuzhin? Oh, there's some flowers there. I want to bring them in the house. Oh, there's some tomatoes and cucumbers there. I know what I'm eating today. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. All right, so it's going to be very natural and organic, but it's going to be beautiful, inspirational. It's going to spark interest, curiosity. That's going to feed off into other areas of your life. Now, it sounds like I was talking about grass and greenery type garden, but I'm talking about the oohs and the ahs of your heart. Look at the split. About time you do some release on your heart, Aries. All right, let's get a look at what's going on in here. And you're like, you mean I don't have to stay this way anymore? Living between two worlds? This is like hang time, and it freezes when you're in midair and you're like, why did I do that? How did I get stuck in this? How do I get out of this? What is going on? Those are some good questions. So these are ones that to bring forward for us here. Let's answer some of those questions. Now, why did you birth out like that? It is what it is, okay? So You've been having to take care of somebody else's business for far too long. Maybe you're what they've termed at this channel adult children of dysfunction, like you grew up in dysfunctional homes, dysfunctional society, maybe dysfunctional dynamic. Like there was some children across the street when I was a grown adult, and the firstborn daughter, and did you hear that? 150 fish just jumped right here straight at the shore. Incoming. Oh my goodness. To where the parents were never home. So the daughter was basically raising the little brother, and of course by age 16 or so she was pregnant. It's that cycle, that grip, that mindset. So get the pruning shears, because Page of Pentacles and King of Cups is wanting to talk to us about something. Now the thing about the killer whale is the fact that your first reaction is fa-boom, because the name itself. And you could think they're cool or whatever, but you know what I mean? When we hear whale, we normally think, ooh, okay, docile, gentle. But then we hear killer along with whale, and we're like, what is happening here? And what's wild is they're like the species that mentally bridges the gap between dolphin and whale. Ah, that home between two worlds. All right, it's killing you. It's making you dry. That's why you holding your cup out when you got all this water, because you're like, water everywhere, not a drop to drink. It's very salty. Maybe it's been bitter. Maybe it's been dry, because when it's dry and you just have one single body of water, that water begins to evaporate off into the air because it's trying to bring that balance. And if it's a salty body of water, that salt begins to concentrate. And that can lead to bitterness. It's not just like bitterness of like, I'm just mad, want revenge on everybody, not forgiving anybody, and da 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 da. No, it's when you go through some difficult times too, that it's like, what do we do? Okay, especially now that we've left the natural world and we don't understand the rhythms of nature anymore. I'm talking as a big swath of information, people. We've gotten into, ooh, let's go to the store and buy it. Ooh, let's go to the store and buy this. You know, people may not know how to make sourdough leaven, all right? How to keep a thing of sourdough in order to make your own bread, right? So we're used to going and obtaining things and bringing them in. So this saltiness, this dry moment, you're like, how do I make enough water to fill this sea? We'll leave that there, friend. Let's see what's going to happen. Okay, because it came along with the Page of Pentacles, which is very interesting because it is the essence of the sea, but the sea having the firmament up under it. I mean, you can choose to walk out and walk away. All right, GPS, somebody's God positioning system is coming on in. Your gentle ease positioning system is coming on in, saying, let's move on over here. Let's go a few blocks away, a few months away, down the street, whatever. There's some fresh water. There is some fresh water. We have other resources that you don't know of. Because see, what's wild here is usually pentacles are gold. Now in this deck, they're both now, but silver is showing up. Silver has to do with that purity, the purity of trust, because that's what purity is. When we talk about Holy Spirit here at this channel, it is the white light. Spirit is the different rays and differentiations. Some of that fascinating of the ruby, if you like the angels when they show up in here, showing you your fascinate, wonderful self, where it looked like things were broken or taken or removed from you or withheld from you. No. This is when it shines. Is instead of getting all bunched up in crunchy underpants, when the salt's all there, you're like, okay, my life might seem bitter. The environment may seem bitter, but I know better. Ba-boom. I know better. And you got so much energy, Aries. You got that ignition and that recognition and the ability to go, it's just take a little bit of energy to go right over there, get that freshness for my soul. Like I used to live on the beach for 6 years. It was very easy to refresh myself all throughout the day to keep my cup overflowing. But now there's extra effort to get over here to enjoy those things. But it's like, oh, just set your mind, set it and forget it. Oh, it's just a little something. It's just right over there, because the kapow and the kaboom that it fills you up with, these kinetic energies as opposed to frenetic. Frenetic is, I think I should, but I'm not. I'd like to, but I'm not. But I'm here, and that's too much, and contradict, and reason, and explain, and limit. You see what I'm saying? Boom. It's like, no, snip, snip. It's like, I'm not going to sit here and wish for that and tell myself I can't have it. There's so much in your life. There's their big singer, Aries. There's so much in your life that you desire and can have. And they're just talking about a little snip. Don't mind that salty sea that's going on, that there's been a bit of a drought. Your soul's felt a little dry. Maybe the bank account has been a little more empty. The cupboard's a little bit more empty. Your arms a little more empty, friend. Maybe it has been. But there's something here, something greater that feeds it all. The sun, that's why they're like, turn to the sun while you read. I got my shades on. Why, baby? Because your future is so bright and so is mine. Go fill up your soul. Love your life by loving your life. All right, hit that like button. Reach over there and tap that subscribe. Okay, scroll on down and leave me some comments or emojis. Stir this up here. Let me know you stopped by. Always remember, I love you.